my name is Nicole Anthony, and I am the owner of Anacortes Yoga Studio. And today I am going to guide you through a 30-minute stretch class. At our studio, normally these classes are labeled hot, deep stretch. However, since this class will be virtual and online, feel free to turn up the heat on or just enjoy the regular temperature wherever you're at, or maybe even want to venture outside to do this practice. You will need a prop for this, but no worries if you don't have a yoga prop. I picked one prop specifically that a lot of people have around their house, even though they may not realize it. I here have a yoga strap. You might want to use a belt. You can use a tie. You can even use a towel. Anything that kind of arm distance length here. So if you need to pause this, go ahead and grab your prop, whatever you're going to use for this, and then come down so that way we can use this later on. So we're going to begin to start off first in an easy seat. So an easy seat can be crossed legs, or feel free to come into whatever position works for you. Allowing the hands to come onto the lap and feeling heavy here. Lifting up through the spine. Feeling the sit bones root down into your mat, into the earth as the spine lifts up. You notice that the top of your head also lifts up, creating some space between your ears and your shoulders. And beginning to focus on the breath. Allowing some inhales and exhales to wash over you, to wash over your day. To provide you a sense of comfort. Thinking about your breath like ocean waves, coming in and coming out. You begin to notice the length. You begin to notice the depth of the breath. You become aware of any restrictions that you might have. Notice the chest expanding as you inhale. Feel that breath travel all the way up towards the collarbones. As you exhale, allowing that breath to travel back down as you pull the belly button in towards the spine. Breathing in and breathing out. And then beginning to open your eyes, blinking them open. Grab hold of your strap or whatever tool you are going to use as your makeshift strap. We're going to take our arms about shoulder distance here. And then we're going to begin to move with the breath. We're going to inhale that strap up and over our heads. As we exhale, we're going to bring it back. Inhale, the strap up. Exhale, strap down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, taking them behind. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, coming down. Moving with your breath, getting into the shoulders. Maybe your range of motion is a little bit further, so feel free to increase or decrease the volume of this pose. Thinking about this like a moving meditation. Moving with the body, moving with the breath. Completing this round, and then allowing the strap to come off to the side. Reach your right arm across the body here, stretching it, lifting up through the spine. Exhale, taking it across to the other side, so left arm comes across, shoulders come down. Inhale, both arms up and over your head. Exhale, left hand, left side. Right arm reaches over your head. We're looking to get into our side body here. So you can extend this right arm even more than what it is. Opening up through the chest, so in a sense, rotating your chest back against an imaginary wall. Coming back into center, switch sides. Right hand comes down, left arm reaches up, extending through the middle finger. See if you can kind of bow out this side. So you're exaggerating the lift and then still reaching through the hands. See what space you can create here. And then inhale back into center. We're gonna go ahead and begin to head onto our backs here. So place that strap off to the side, we'll use it later. So rolling yourself down. Working our way into a reclined pigeon pose. We're going to take our right foot. We're going to bring it over on top of the left. And if you were to look at your legs, you're looking for basically the number 4 here. See if you can freely circle around the ankle. So sometimes what happens here is people stack the knees. That's a different pose. We're here into that figure 4 shape. You can stay here with that left foot flat onto the floor, or you can maybe guide this knee close in towards the chest. We're going to be here for about 5 breaths. So breathing in, breathing out. And you have that leg pulled in, slowly release it. Allow that left leg to extend out. We're going to bring this right knee in towards the chest, hugging it in. Trying to place a little bit of pressure here. So try to get that top of the thigh kind of to the inside of that rib cage. And then as you exhale, we're going to find a twist. So bringing that right leg across. Pressing into the right shoulder, left arm can reach out as well, or can stay right on top of the leg. Two more breaths here. Begin to ease your way back into center, so hugging that leg in. Grab hold of that strap. We're going to begin to loop that strap around our right foot. Extend this leg up to the sky. What we're trying to avoid, though, is those hands reaching all the way towards the foot. So you can slide those hands down. Almost if your forearms, if they can rest on top of your mat or the floor, that'd be great. So we can play around here by bending the leg and just straighten it, or you can simply hang out here. Try to release the death grip here, guys, onto that strap. So just kind of allowing things just to kind of settle and rest. Feeling into the hamstring. Notice what happens if you press the heel away and the toes towards the face. Or if you switch directions. And then begin to take hold of that strap into the right hand. Place your left hand on top of the hip, anchoring it down. As you exhale, bring this leg all the way over towards the right. Now, what tends to happen here is that those hands, once again, are going to really hold onto the strap. So you can let go just a little bit. If you need to, grab something from home, grab a block if you have one. Allow that foot to rest here. Feel free to keep it lifted, but if you are, you're going to be a little more active in that leg. So press the heel away, point the toes towards the face, kind of like you're finding a mountain leg. Try to make sure that left bum is still onto the floor here. Maybe that left arm can kind of head out, or feel free to keep it onto that hip. We're going to inhale back into center. We're now going to switch sides. We're going to take hold of the strap now into the left hand, kind of release that grip here. And then as you exhale, we're twisting. Now this is going to be a deeper twist than we did on the other side. Now we're getting to our T-band. So we're stretching into this outside portion of our leg. Once again, if your foot needs to be supported, feel free to grab something from home, grab hold of a block. Now we are twisting, so we're going to try to twist from the mid-back. So drop that right shoulder down, reach that right arm out. Maybe gaze just hangs right up towards the sky. And really feeling into the sensation. So feeling the body, feeling this opening here, feeling where it might connect to other areas of your body. And then focusing on those long inhales, those long exhales. Inhale, bring this leg back up to the center. Slowly release. Place that strap over to the left side. And let's just find some knee circles here. So onto the back, you're just kind of bringing it in, kind of getting to the hip. Feel free to use your hand for support. You can kind of hold it to the outside here. It might feel nice for you to place both feet onto the floor and begin to windshield wiper those legs side to side. Going slow, moving slow. Placing both feet onto the floor again. We're going to work our way back. So we're going to do that reclined pigeon opposite side. Left leg reaches up, coming into that figure four shape. And just beginning to feel the stretch on this side. Now we're doing the same poses, but you might have a different experience on this side. So maybe keeping that foot flat, or maybe you want to bring this leg in, bringing those hands to support underneath the knee, so supporting the thigh. Sometimes what happens is this knee starts to collapse in towards the chest. See if you press it away a little bit. So being a tad more active into the body, getting into that hip. Feel free to pull it in a little bit more or keep it as it is. Then slowly allow that right foot to come onto the mat, extend it out. Pull the left knee in towards your chest. Finding that pressure, so feeling the top of the thigh to the side of your rib cage. Still breathing, still focusing on that, being mindful. And then we're going to find that twist. We're going to keep that knee bent. Allow that knee to come over towards the opposite side. Reach that left arm out if it feels good. Right hand can just stay right on top of that leg for a little bit more support. Make sure that nothing in your knees feel funky here. So just check in, always listen to the body. Understanding that I'm simply a guide, but you really listening to the body is going to be the most helpful and beneficial for you. Feeling your breath traveling in and out here. So feeling the lungs expand. Even noticing in your twist, there's a slight restriction here. I like to think about this like we're trying to breathe into a king toes. So we're just trying to release it. Coming back into center, we're going to grab hold of that strap again, looping it around the bottom of that left foot. Sitting this left leg up to the sky, right leg is still onto the floor. And maybe you're exploring that movement. Feel free to bend the knee here. We're just kind of feeling into this muscle all along back here. Allowing those hands to drop away from the foot. Try not to grip too hard. We'll place that right hand onto that right hip, anchoring it down. So that heaviness there as you open this leg out to the left. Now my leg is lifted, but it feels okay lifted. I don't feel like I need a little bit of support, but if you feel like you need to, please use something here. Notice if that right hip is going to start to rock up. You do want to keep the hips kind of flat here, or the low back flat, I should say. Try to bring those hands a little bit closer towards the body. Relaxing that grip as much as you can. Breathing. Beginning to guide this leg back into center. We're going to switch sides. So now we're going to go over to that IT band stretch. Leg falls to the right. Left arm is heavy. And you are going to lift up off of this bum now. So now we're taking into that deeper twist. Feel free to bend that top leg or even that bottom leg a little bit more if this is feeling a little bit like too much sensation for your body. Bringing this leg back into center. Bending that knee, releasing the strap from the foot, taking some time here to explore some movement into that hip. Placing both feet down as it feels right for you, rocking those knees side to side. And we're going to bring the knees in over the chest, now rocking even more side to side. Feel free to allow those arms to come behind you, curling into a little ball. Allow the head to come down. Extend the legs out. Reach your arms up above you. Take a few moments here to gently stretch into the wrists, into the ankles. Spread the fingers wide. Spread the toes wide. Flex through the feet. Feel free to curl those hands in. And then in a moment, we're going to allow our legs, our arms to be heavy. We're going to work our way into a side body stretch. This is one of my absolute favorite stretches. We're going to keep the bum right where it is, so low back stays as is. But now we're going to walk the feet over towards the left side. This is called banana pose. Feel free to stack the ankles here, and then we're going to start to guide our arms over as well. So if you were to look from up above, I kind of look like a crescent moon shape or a banana shape. And then allowing the side body to open here with the breath. Relaxing the muscles surrounding the face. Let's all take a deep breath here. So inhale through the nose. Open your mouth, exhale, letting it go. Uncross those ankles, bring the legs into center slowly. Bring your arms back into center. Reach through those fingertips, reach through the toes, so create some length, and then we're gonna head over to the other side with that length. So walking the feet over towards the right now, crossing the ankles if it feels good for you. Reaching the arms now, creating this side body stretch. Breathing space into that left side body. So feeling that space in between your armpit and the hip beginning to open up with the breath. Our side body is the bridge from our upper body and our lower body. So as we open up this area, we open up everything else, get into that connective tissue. Uncross the ankles, bringing the legs back into center slowly. Arms come back into center. Bringing the arms down here, and then bending the knees, coming over into a fetal position. So rolling over to one side. Slowly beginning to press yourself up. Coming into a tabletop. So coming into a tabletop, stacking the shoulders over the wrist, hips come right over the knees. Finding a few rounds of cat and cow. So inhaling as the belly drops, gaze reaches up. Exhale, curling it around, tucking it in. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale. And exhale. Big toes together, knees apart, child's pose. Reach those arms out in front of you. Forehead onto the floor, onto your mat. Begin to rock your forehead side to side. Maybe rocking into the shoulders, rocking into the hips. Kind of oozing your way into this pose, into this shape. Maybe even taking your arms out a little bit wider. And then beginning to find your way into stillness. Today it's going to feel good for me, for my arms to come back behind me. So that's what I'm going to find here. Feel free to find whatever position, posture, shape works for you. We're going to be here for about 5 breaths. Begin to reach your arms out in front of you, palming the mat, tabletop again. Inhale the right arm up. As you exhale, thread the needle. So you're going to reach that right arm through the opening. Drop the right ear onto the side of your mat. Left hand stays here by the face or bring it to the low back. Extend this arm away from you and find heaviness in that shoulder. Breathing here. Begin to press into the floor with that left hand. We're going to reach that right arm back up. And now we're going to find some shoulder circles. So reaching those fingertips all the way towards one side. Switching directions to the other side. Hand onto the mat. Inhale, left arm up to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle, reaching it through. Just like on the last side, option here is to keep that right hand as it is or bring it to the low back. Find length in the breath here as we're creating length in that back body, opening up the low back. We have the gentle weight here of our upper body resting onto that shoulder, allowing this space to open up, create some space as well. Slowly begin to lift up. Use that right hand for support. Inhale, lift arm up. Rotating through that shoulder. We're going to go in one direction. We're going to go in the opposite direction. And then we're going to come onto our mats or onto the floor, wherever you are. And then we're going to bring our legs out as wide as it feels comfortable for us. We're going to come into a wide-legged forward fold. So once again, always in our yoga practice, we have the ability to increase or decrease the volume of the pose. So if wide legs creates too much of a sensation for you, you're going to bring your legs in a little bit closer together. And lift up through your spine. Inhale the arms up. We're going to fold at our hips. So hinging from here, arms rise, coming into this fold. So depending on where you're at in your body, you can start to begin to bring yourself down. I'm going to stay here on to my forearms, bringing my hands together. And then just kind of settling into this pose. So really kind of hammocking in, maybe swaying a little bit side to side. Forehead comes down. It feels better for me to find a little bit of movement today in the body. So maybe like you were in child's pose, just kind of swaying side to side. Feel free to find that here. Or just also hang out in stillness, listening to your body. What is it that you need to create balance within? let's inhale for a halfway lift. Maybe kind of move around here. Exhale, release down. Slowly beginning to walk your hands up. Bring your hands behind you, lift up through the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together, create a back bend here. Imagine that there is a string right at your sternum and it's lifting up towards the sky. So you're just trying to lift up, create some space. Feel that expansion in your chest as you inhale and release it all as you exhale. Coming back into center, guide those legs back and together here. It might feel nice for you to windshield wiper the legs side to side, take a reverse tabletop. And then taking a few moments just to center and tune within the body. Notice how your body feels. Notice the shifts, notice the changes. Notice the clarity of your mind. And notice how much easier it is to think clearly as we have moved through the body first. And we're now going to take a 2.5 minute Shavasana. So feel free to begin to lay down. Allowing your arms to rest out to the side. Maybe even taking up space here. So feet wider than your mat, or wider than they were. Maybe arms outstretched like a T. Allow your breath practice to dissolve. Allow the body to be heavy. And allow this pose of relaxation to help your nervous system to reset. Beginning to bring your awareness back into the body. Finding small movements with your fingers and your toes. Moving into the wrists and the ankles. Bend your knees, feet flat onto the floor, rolling back over into a fetal position. Pressing yourself up. Coming back into an easy seat. Placing the hands together at your heart. We'll inhale the arms up and over our heads. Exhale, hands down to the heart. Inhale. Exhale. Take a moment to thank yourself Thank yourself for showing up for your body, for your breath. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through this practice. The light in me honors the light that is in with you. Namaste.